Hello and welcome to another episode of Frightfully Forgotten. A haunting masterpiece, I think. It's 1973's The Wicker Man.
Your appointment waits with the Wicker Man.
It stars, obviously, the late, great Christopher Lee. I don't think we need to go into his filmography, because it is like 100 years worth of movies. It also stars Edward Woodward. He wasn't in anything really overly famous. A very well-rounded star actor in a lot of British theater.
A lot of theater.
A lot of TV. Ingrid Pitt is in this as well. And she was like 60s/70s sort of horror babe.
Yeah, horror babe would be the best way to put it. Yeah. So, Wicker Man starts off, it's kind of a bizarre beginning because that song is playing.
Corn rigs and barley rigs.
As the main character, Sergeant Howie, is flying to this remote island in Scotland. He's looking for a missing girl. He got a letter from someone, we don't know who sent the letter. And he gets there, and the first thing he's met with a bunch of people that don't want him there.
Yeah, and they're acting very strange.
As soon as he gets there, he's very unsettling feeling that he shouldn't be here.
Yeah.
No one wants him here.
Yes.
No, he's not welcome. So he starts looking for this girl who's presumed missing. Everyone kind of denies the fact she even exists, and he goes to the Green Man Inn.
Which is a cool...
Great name for if we ever open up a bar, let's name it the Green Man Inn.
A little tavern or something, eh?
Again, he's very unwelcome. You can tell that he's shunned.
Yeah, he walks in, it's like everybody stares at him, and stuff like that.
But he does pick up a clue at the end. There's pictures from all the harvests from every year. There's one picture missing. And he becomes suspicious as to why this one picture is missing out of all the harvests. And the picture always shows a young girl with the bounty of the harvest.
Yeah, fruitful harvest.
Yeah. And he's looking for a young girl who's missing. And so is the photo off the wall.
Yeah.
And then he gets seduced by Willow.
Yeah.
Which is the babe of the movie. He has nothing to do with it because he's a devout Christian.
They do a good job of keeping you in the pagan, theme.
Because his first night there, he sees all these people having a big orgy in this cemetery.
Yeah, in the cemetery. Like, nobody does that, right? Especially with the woman, Willow is her name. She's like strips down naked and she starts pounding on the walls and all this stuff.
In the hotel room,
music starts playing, all this weird pagan type music. It keeps you in the theme, right?
Yeah, like even something simple like one of her kids has a sore throat, and the kid has got this toad in the mouth.
Yeah, and she's okay.
Yeah. The toad comes out, and that's to cure the sore throat. Like this paganism is always being kind of shown to you, and every time he sees it, he's like appalled.
During his investigation, he's asking around the town, and it turns out that some of the townsfolk, they say she's dead.
Yeah, first they say she didn't exist.
Yeah.
Now suddenly, no, she's dead.
Yeah, she's dead. He sees her grave. He wants to exhume the grave. And so he makes his way to a little castle, up on a hillside. And here's where we get the introduction of the late, great Christopher Lee as Lord Summerisle.
Just the way he's dressed alone.
Yeah, he's great.
He's got the kilt on. He's got the big puffy shirt. If it was socially acceptable, I would walk around dressed like that.
With a puffy shirt.
Every day.
Yeah. He's continuing his investigation, and he finds a picture of a poor harvest.
The picture is missing off the wall in the pub, but he finds it and there's no harvest. There's no bountiful harvest. It's just the girl with empty baskets.
So there's something at play here.
And he knows they're pagan.
Yeah.
So he kind of assumes that they're going to sacrifice or have sacrificed the girl.
Yeah.
Because of the shitty harvest.
There just happens to be a May Day celebration that's coming up. Everybody kind of dresses into a character. He ends up knocking out the innkeeper of the Green Man Inn. And the innkeeper is wearing the punch outfit. Yeah. The punch signifies actually the fool. The May Day celebration, it's like kind of like a parade, and there's a procession, and they kind of go along. They're dancing. Christopher Lee is...
He's in drag. He's got this long wig and... Come along, punch!
Yeah, the sword and everything. And they have kind of these ritual things that they do. And slowly they're going up a hill. And they crest the hill.
And he sees the Wicker Man.
The Wicker Man.
And that's all we're going to say.
That's all. Yeah, that's it. We can't say any more than that.
But his reaction to when he sees a Wicker Man for the first time is one of my favorite reactions in a film, period.
Yeah.
It's truly haunting.
Yeah.
They made sure the actor never saw the Wicker Man before they actually shot the scene. Right. His reaction is legitimately horrifying and real.
It's not staged. No. That's for sure.
Oh Lord! Oh Jesus Christ!
You're gonna have to watch the movie to see the end, how it finishes out.
But why is this movie, first of all, why is it forgotten? And I think we talked about this a little bit, but I think it has been overshadowed.
Yeah, by the
shittiness of the remake.
The Nicolas Cage remake.
And everyone, whenever they bring up the Wicker Man Nicolas Cage movie, everyone laughs at it. Rightfully so.
Yeah, it's gained its own thing.
Its own cult status as being one of those movies that's so shitty it's good.
And so silly. It does spoil the original.
Yeah. Like, the whole movie's a masterpiece, but it's not overly exciting. Yeah.
It's very typical of the era.
Slow moving, but when you get to the end, what a payoff.
It makes
Talk about a payoff. One of those movies, you get to the end, you turn it off, and you sit, and you're like, oh, okay, I get it.
I really think that Christopher Lee did pick a good movie to do for his next one, because his performance is literally haunting. It gave me shivers.
But we should talk about why he did this movie.
So this movie is the next movie in line of his after all the Hammer horror movies that he did with Peter Cushing, and he was sick of it being typecast as Dracula, having no lines. Yeah. Because if you watch those movies, he's got no lines at all. Maybe come.
You know, when you look back at it, it was the right decision, because it really it catapulted him into a different thing, right?
Yeah.
And that was the whole reason he did it. He wanted to be known as something besides Dracula.
The last Hammer horror that he did was Dracula 1972 AD.
Yeah, you're asking me if I have that.
There's no more of the story that you can tell after that, and it's getting very cheesy. And so he left at a good time, and he started this next phase of his career at a good time too.
If it wasn't for the Wicker Man, his career could have been dead. You look at like Bela Lugosi, you look at Boris Karloff, you look at Lon Chaney Jr. All those guys could not escape those roles. They tried very hard. Fucking Bela Lugosi played Dracula once.
Yeah, and he's typecast
and he's Dracula forever. But Christopher Lee played Dracula a gazillion fucking times.
Yeah. This movie
got him out of it. And now when we think Christopher Lee, we don't just think Dracula, we think all these wonderful things.
Yeah.
Edward Woodward.
Yeah. He nails it.
He takes his role and he just internalizes it, and you believe him for every second.
The music too, right? There's quite a few songs in this movie.
They all have to do with harvest.
Exactly. Again, it keeps you in the theme.
Yeah,
right?
It's all has a major theme. All has to do with paganism, the harvest, and the wheat, and the barley wine.
Yeah, exactly.
Stuff like that.
So it keeps you in the theme, and that's what we're all about.
And did we mention that the fact that this movie was like almost never happened?
That's right.
Because the production company went bankrupt like halfway during the movie.
Yeah, and didn't Christopher Lee do it for free?
He did this movie for free.
Also, there's the uncut version. Was on its way to the garbage dump. Yeah. To never be found again. When I think the truck got intercepted, something like that. There's like in the deleted scene, or in the special features on the DVD, they go into it. And we're lucky that they managed to catch it.
Yeah, because I think there's like the original theatrical version was like 20 minutes shorter. It was like much shorter.
They cut a lot of stuff out. They cut a lot of pagan stuff out.
Yeah. But that's the whole movie. The whole point of the movie is this paganism.
Yep. And it's always reminding you that what these people are like and their beliefs.
Yeah. And you can't just go somewhere and force your beliefs on other people.
Yeah, especially this tightly knit town.
I think that's the whole theme of the movie, you know? It's you can't just show up and say you're wrong and I'm right.
It just doesn't work that way.
And it doesn't matter who's wrong or right. The fact is you're telling someone else that they're wrong.
Yeah.
When you're not in the right place to say that.
That's right. I would say this movie is frightening.
Yeah, the movie itself I think is an artistic masterpiece. Then you get to the end and you're fucking terrifying.
Yeah, it's terrifying and it's haunting. The movie is very haunting, and I think you'll always remember it. If you want to be frightened for a night, turn down the lights.
Put on the
Wicker Man.
And no animals were harmed during the filming of that movie. Check out The Wicker Man. Not the Nicolas Cage version.